Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Finally, we get some answers to Sunday's gold medal game. USA versus France on the women's side. How many people tuned in? What are the ratings? Please, NBC, don't continue to hide them. Fortunately enough for us, we have people out in the world like Richard Deitch, who once they get the information, they're not waiting on NBC to conceal it. They're making it known. Folks, the first time USA won against Japan, we were made known to the viewership, 3 million views. The second time, USA versus Belgium, we were made aware of the ratings, 2.1 million views. The third time against Germany, do you know what NBC said? In so many words. The next game against Nigeria, do you know what NBC said? In so many words. However, today, we come to find out the U.S. women's basketball team's tense win over France on Sunday drew 7.8 million viewers on NBC and Peacock on a 9:30 a.m. start, and the game peaked in the final half hour at 10.9 million views. Now, to be honest, the number that I had in my mind was a flat 10, maybe peaking at 12. That was a number I had in my mind, right? But they're at a 7.8, and they peaked at around 11. Okay. Not the worst, not the best, but not the worst. Until you start comparing it to history, right? Until you start comparing it to the previous Olympics. I just want to put things in its proper perspective. The last 5 U.S. women's basketball gold medal games. Paris had 7.8 million. Tokyo, 7.9. Rio, 8.1. London, 10.2. Beijing, 5.9. Now, folks, 2021 was the COVID era, 10:30 Eastern on NBC, right? 2016, it was 2:30, right? Most recently against France, it was 9:30 a.m. Now, the one question that I have for people as we look at this graph, if last Olympics, the women's team averaged 7.9 million viewers, and this Olympics, it averaged 7.8 million viewers, what does that tell you? Now, folks, I told you I'm a Formula One fan. I live on the East Coast. So when they're over there in Silverstone, got to get up a little early. When they're over there in Singapore, I got to get up way early. When they're over there having the Australian Grand Prix, I damn near need to stay up all night. But guess what? I watch. Because I'm a fan. So if I enjoy something, I'm going to watch it again. So let's take a look at these numbers again. 7.9 million viewers last time in Tokyo. 7.8 million viewers this time, 2024. Now I get it. Tokyo was 10:30 Eastern. 2024 is 9:30 Eastern AM compared to PM. Now the question that I have for you, if everybody who watched the Tokyo Olympics women's basketball final game watched the France Olympics, where's the growth? Where is the big explosion of interest? Folks, I get it. 7 in the morning is cool. But like I continue to tell you, I'm a Formula One fan. So if I want to watch Max Verstappen go heads up against Lando Norris turn 1 at the Hungarian Grand Prix, that's what I'm going to watch. So if I'm going to watch USA at 10:30 Eastern, I'm going to watch them at 9:30 Eastern. If I'm going to watch them at 7:30 Eastern p.m., if I'm on the West Coast, right? I'm going to watch them 6:30 Eastern if I'm on the West Coast. So again, the question that I have for you, where is this explosion? Where are the new fans? You guys need to tell me. Just in comparison to a couple of the old Iowa games, we got Iowa LSU 12.3, Iowa South Carolina 18.9, Iowa UConn 14.4. I'm not going to make this a Caitlin Clark video, but we know. We're looking at 14, 15 million at the very minimum. Ask me how I know. Well, this is how I know. People are usually more excited about sports during the Olympic time, right? So if Caitlin Clark in college is pulling 14 million, 17 million, imagine Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team representing her country with all of the hype behind her. That would have been nuts. My dad, like I told you, watched every Caitlin Clark game when she was in Iowa. He watched South Carolina. He watched LSU. He didn't watch the Women's Olympics. 74 years old. He didn't give a rat's ass. Why? Doesn't care about it. Knows nobody on the team. And as I said previously, if there were 7.9 last Olympics and 7.8 this Olympics, where is the growth? But it was 10:30 Eastern at night, and this one was at 9:30 in the morning, and it was just too much for me to handle. Huh? You're either a fan or you're not. You're either a fan or you're a phony. So let me know. Are you guys fans or are you guys phonies? Jemele Hill couldn't help herself. She had to go on Twitter and she said, but I thought nobody was gonna. Never mind. Jemele, do you really think that 7.8 million viewers is a flex for an Olympic gold medal game? Are you that far removed from reality? Are you that confused that you actually think 7.8 million is a flex to say, but I thought nobody was gonna. Never mind. Jemele, nobody new tuned in. It's the same number. It is the same exact number. So tell me, how is this phenomenal if it's the same number? How is this impressive if it's the same number? How is the game so exciting? Where is all the new interest if it's the same number? If it's lower when we compare it to Rio, if it's lower when we compare it to London. If you're a fan, you're a fan. So the 7.9 million viewers, where are all the new people? If I'm looking at that, seems like you lost people and they just haven't come back. Do you know where they did come back to? Came back to Indiana Fever games. Because when you look at the Indiana Fever games, you can see very clearly that there's a good 1.2 million that are just tuning in for Caitlin Clark. And that's without the red, white, and blue. This is the Ben Dano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. 7.8. I was expecting a 10. 10.9 peak. I was expecting 12. Did I completely shit on the 7.8? I don't think so. I just think I kept it in its proper perspective. Because again, I've woken up at 4:30 to watch Grand Prix. I've woken up at 2 a.m. to watch Grand Prix. You think when they're over there in Saudi Arabia, I love... Oh, God, I can't... No, it's a struggle getting out of bed, but I watch. No excuses. Ben Daniel Podcast, we're calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Take it easy. Bye now.